Migdal Eder was located 1 Roman mile east of Bethlehem. And it's here, due east across from the valley of Bethlehem, that we find the ruins of the Tower of the Flock mentioned by Micah. But what was this Tower of the Flock about? And why did the Messiah need to be born in an agricultural zone of Bethlehem? This was the field of David, but much deeper than being David's stomping ground was what David set up here as the king of Israel. As David set his heart to bring the tabernacle to Jerusalem and later make preparations for the temple, he set in order this field to raise the sacrificial flock for the priests. He gave his ancestral land to be dedicated to this special flock, the most looked after field in all of Israel. You can see more of these shepherd's tower here than anywhere else in the world. But why so many towers? Because the shepherds were not raising your average sheep. If a bone was broken or any blemish at all was found, the lamb was considered unkosher for sacrifice. They had to perfectly guard these sheep. The shepherds who received the announcement from heaven were the very same ones in charge of the Passover lamb. How amazing that it was these very shepherds that looked after Yeshua that holy night. Our Passover lamb, Yeshua the Messiah, was placed in a manger and wrapped in swaddling clothes, not just in any random sight, not just to show the humble entry of the Messiah to the earth, but to foreshadow the work he was sent to do. Those words in Luke's gospel, spoken to the shepherds, were bursting forth with deep meaning. According to rabbinic tradition, the priest would come every high holy day from Jerusalem to Migdal Eder, the priestly tower of the flock, to inspect the lamb before the big day. They would place the lamb in a manger, and after inspection, the lamb would be wrapped in swaddling cloth and brought to Jerusalem for the sacrifice. They wrapped the lamb instead of leading it along as to ensure that nothing would happen to the lamb in transit to the temple. If the lamb wriggled out of the priest's hand, that Passover would be ruined. So there was no room for chance. So Yeshua, born in the agricultural center foretold by Micah, because he was to be the Lamb of God to take away the sins of the world. He was wrapped in the same swaddle and laid in the manger, looked after by the same shepherd that raised and cared for the Passover and atonement sacrifices. We can see this beautiful tapestry of prophecy fulfilled in our time, but I'm sure that in the moment, Mary and Joseph were just trying to make the best of an extremely difficult trial. They probably were struggling with doubt and fear, but God was weaving through their trials a story of redemption and salvation, of the Lamb that was slain from the creation of the world. So my prayer for you is that you see the faithfulness of God in this season, that in this difficult time, God may be writing a beautiful story of redemption through your trials. And I pray you are encouraged with this beautiful story of God's amazing love.